All right. So, hey, y'all. I am actually here to talk to you about self care and how important self care is to our existence as mothers. And I just want to talk a little bit about why we even block our self care um, and what that self blockage of self care means. Um, Basically, blocking your self care starves your creativity, it starves your ingenuity, it starves your brilliance. Okay. And I'm going to give you an example of something that I had to learn to do so that I can move forward with my own self and my own ideas and interests and things like that. And I know this is something that all mothers do. So I'm going to just get right into it. Okay. One of the things that I know for sure that mothers do is we might have something that we want to work on. I don't know, a painting, a project, read a book, take a hot bath. But instead of going ahead and doing that, what we'll do is we'll go and clean. We'll find something to clean, something to cook, something to do because we're saying to ourselves, let me do that first before I go do what I want to do. And you know what that does? That starves you of your internal reserves that you can use to create, to solve problems, to be effective in your life. So when I talk about self-care, it's a little those little plant bugs, because I have a snake plant on my desk. But it starves you of the energy to fulfill yourself and feel fulfilled. So that is one of the things that I want you to be mindful of and to shift. So when you feel yourself doing that, take note that it's a form of self-sabotage. It's an internal, it's a self-sabotage. It's a coming from a place of lack and starvation. It's coming from a place of not prioritizing yourself and saying that what you want to do and that self-care is important. It comes from a place of self-sacrifice, being a sacrificial lamb to everything that you've been taught that you should, that word, be sacrificial to. Because, well, I'm going to tell you why for me. I'm telling you this because it's what I know personally. Because I always thought that not having a clean home made me look like an ineffective mother and wife. Not having food cooked on the table made me look like an ineffective mother and wife, and it may have affected the love and affection that I would get in my household. That's why I would do that, where I would starve myself of my own self-care activities, but feed into the household activities. So I'm ready to go paint or go do something that would energize me, but instead I go do what I should go do. Cook, clean, do something with the children, do something for my husband, do this, do that. If don't front, y'all. If you do it, raise your hand, put a like, put a something, because I know that we all do it. We fill the calendar up with children's activities. We go and clean, we go and cook, we go and do all this stuff where we know that we want to go and paint or go to sleep. I've heard this 10,000 times. You want to go sleep, but you worried about the laundry being done or this and that being done. And we don't live in a society anymore where it's that whole sleep when you're dead situation, thankfully. because I don't know if I could have raised myself in that. As I said, your self-care activities feed into your energetic reserves so that when you are doing something, you're not pulling from a drained source. So I just wanted to come with that quick note because I don't feel like there's anything else to say. And I want to keep this short because I want people to actually look at this and think about how you do that and what it causes within you. Okay. And how you can modify it. For me, I just recognize it at this point and I stop myself. I've given myself it was a process because I got rid of a bunch of stuff in my house. I'm still in the process of doing that. And I made sure that I'm only keeping things in my home that are feeding into my soul. So the beautiful art, the different decorations. I don't have a bunch of extra clothes anymore. I stop myself when I'm about to buy clothes because I'm like, that's just something else to manage. And I'm focusing on my inner life. That's more important to me. Having the energy so that I'm a nicer mother, I'm a nicer wife, I'm a nicer friend, I'm a more relaxed human being. I'm bringing my creations to life because just because I have the title of wife, mother, etc., that doesn't mean that all of my creations go towards that. Whatever I create is for the divine because the divine is giving me the inspiration to go do that self-care activity because there's some clarity that I need to get around something. There's some relaxation that I need to have in order to see, be, do, and have and understand something. So self-care is not just doing anything. Your spirit is working. And there's nothing wrong with just not doing anything. In my group, Evolving Education, I put a definition of play. And play is basically unstructured time where you're doing activities that are inspired in the moment. That's what play is. So in play, you get to create something anew for yourself and for your family. So I want you to think about that. And as I discussed before, I am doing a Evolve the Inner Mother course starting this July. And you can visit the website and you can look at it. Shoot me an email if you have a question. Okay. I'm going to put the email down below. But for this month, I'm also doing self-care card readings. And in this reading, I will tell you what area of your self-care is most prominent and important for you to focus on for this month of this year or just in general because you have been avoiding it. There is something in that self-care activity, mind, body, or spirit, that is going to allow you a higher level of breakthrough in your life. And so through this self-care reading, we'll be able to get you and your self-care together. Because this is critical. Again, I'm going to keep this video short, but I do want you to go back and listen to it. Because what I said is very profound and very critical, and you need to hear it. Okay. If you have any questions, even though my website is under construction at the moment, on this day of the Lord, July 1st, 2019, it'll be fixed by tomorrow, but you can still go to my website and see any of product services. Contact me if you have any questions about certain things or anything. I'd be happy to answer those questions. And I look forward to seeing your questions below. All right. See you all again soon. I'm going to go bake my chicken. Bye.